Overall, I'm really happy with my RV, but I do like to tinker around and see if I can make things a little bit better. Yeah, I haven't been too happy with the performance of my RV fridge. It's a Norcold 4.3 cubic foot unit, and it always has worked great in the winter, but as the weather starts to warm up in the spring and fall, so does the fridge. My first fridge mod was inspired by a friend of mine. He found a design defect at Winnebago. They built a little 3-inch shelf over top of the cooling coils on the refrigerator. So this is what I'm looking at. I just need to cut this. So that prevented the free flowing of the air going past those coils. I followed his lead and cut that sucker off. Put a little computer cooling fan up on there to give it a little more airflow. That mod helped, and the refrigerator was now working pretty good in the winter, spring, and fall. So 3 out of 4 seasons, good. Last fall we went to New England to visit family. Refrigerator worked pretty well. However, this year we needed to venture out to Colorado for my granddaughter's 3rd birthday party. Yeah, we're not going to miss that, so had to get prepared for some hot weather. So a couple of months ago, I threw up my little battery-powered fan that was inside the refrigerator, replaced it with a 3-fan tray powered by the 12 volts from the batteries. That helped lower the inside temperatures by 8 degrees as I tested in my driveway here. So I thought, hey, problem solved. Of course, here in San Diego, the weather in May doesn't really get over 70 degrees much.
We'll be in the 60s for the most part for this week inland, when we should be closer to 80 degrees. About 77, 78 is normal for this time of the year.
So anyway, who knows, but we'll find out. Well, we just got back from Colorado and we experienced some pretty high temps. Talk about real world testing. Upper 90s every day. We had to drive through the low desert to get home. Coming back, we stayed in high country as much as we could. We spent the second night on the road at Devil's Canyon Campground. It's up a little over 7,000 foot elevation, so temperatures there weren't so bad. Morning we left the high country. It was pretty pleasant, but I had to pull out all the stops for the expected high temperatures later that day.
So we are in weather action mode as today and Tuesday we are back under excessive heat warnings. The temperatures will be topping 110 both afternoon.
65 out this morning, but it's going to be over 100 today, so turned all 3 fans on. Refrigerator starting out at 42 in the morning. Trouble is, we were 750 miles from home and now had to go through the low deserts of the Southwest. The Sonora Desert is always hot and dry in the summer. We drove 560 miles that day as the outside temperature kept climbing as we went further and further down towards sea level. By the late afternoon, temperatures hit 110 just as we were passing by Phoenix. The AC and the Mercedes were great, so we were plenty comfortable. So I didn't want to stop, but by the time we got to Yuma, yeah, I was beat. It was still 106 degrees by 7 p.m. when we pulled into the campground, and the sun was still brutal.
And the overnight lows not providing a lot of relief from the heat, down into the 80s, even near 90 at times.
Temperatures in the fridge got up to 60 degrees. I hopped out long enough to plug in the air conditioning. While that was cooling down, I thought I'd check out the river. This RV park in Yuma in the end of July is a ghost town. So not many people around, but I think I know why. It's so stinking hot here. Good news is my ice cream stayed frozen through all of this. Next morning it was 88 degrees by sunrise. Well, it's getting way too hot for me, so we're gonna make tracks for home, and I'll give you the lowdown when we get back to the house. And thinking about this, the fans inside the fridge, they seem to be working pretty well and moving the air all around. And the freezer is holding its own. The hot air vent for the refrigerator is on the side of the RV, so maybe that's not getting enough circulation through there. I know a couple of people that have put some big vent fans up there, and so I think I'll give that a try next. So the plan is to get 2 big fans to help move the air out of the vent and give it more cooling power when it gets really hot. I ordered the fans from Amazon. And the fans. Not much place to attach the fans on this vent, so what I'm going to do is tie wrap it on in a couple places. Yeah, tie wraps I got are a little too big, so to drill out the holes. Middle wire is the positive, and the 2 wires are for low speed and high speed. So let's see what the current draw is. The low speed first. Looking at 0.1 amps or 115 milliamps at most. Let's test the high speed. See how much current we get here. About 220 amps, so almost a quarter amp. Well, now that I found out there's high and low speed, I wish I hadn't cut this connector off. I could have used it. But anyway, I do want to have both speeds available. I'm going to order an on-off-on switch, and I'll use that so I can select the speed and see how that works. Sometimes things just don't go as planned. I expected that 3rd wire to be for the LEDs, and it turns out it isn't. It's for a high and low switch, so anyway, I need a new plan. Okay, here's my new plan. I'm gonna mount the 2 fans with tie wraps onto the vent. I'll have a connector here, so this is all can be separated. On the RV itself, the power comes in, goes into the connector, into the fans, and then for the grounding, the blue and yellow wires are going to come over to my high-low switch with off in the middle, so I can select either the high speed or the low speed and connect with the ground to complete the circuit. That's the plan. My little 4-pin connector came in, so just have to cut this off and figure out how to secure this end to the vent. I'll tie wrap the connector right down here and secure it to the vent. Okay, we'll do a quick check, make sure all the connections are good. First we'll try the low speed. And now the high speed. Oh yeah, ready to put it in the RV. Okay, time to give it a try. Alright, try low speed first. Oh yeah, you can see them turning. Now we'll try the high speed. Looking good. Yeah, I can definitely feel the air coming out. Fan's running on low speed and looks pretty good this morning. It's 7 degrees inside the RV. It's really hot in the RV, and I think that probably has more to do with the inside temperature than the outside. This is about all the testing I can do in my driveway, so I'll give you an update when we take it out for a longer trip through the hot country. This is Grandpa Ron signing off for now.